they put?
What?
What?
Well, I'm sitting in a hole.
Here's how we should do this one.
You got like the lowest chair in the house.
What's up, peanut head? Oh, hey, Jamie. What up, Christy Kincaid Norris? Hello, Julie. Hey, what do y'all think about this camera angle? I was just playing. I like what Kelly looks like in this new camera angle. What do y'all think?
Fine with me. I'll make even less of an effort.
It's like she's in a hole.
I have to be more expressive with my eyes. And my Botox wore off.
Whoa, Michael's got no power. Hello, Julie.
No power.
Hello, ACNC12, Allison, Christina, Rosa, Jacob, my man Sam. Sam I am. Hey, Tanya, Michelle, Stronger and Wiser M.
All right, we're going to do a little podcast for you guys. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you very much hanging out. Alan, I tried to make him watch The Masked Singer tonight, and he refuses.
It's that one unpopular opinion. I don't like it.
How long are we going to wait to get started? You ready to just dive in?
I'll dive in.
So I can go back to sleep. That's
I'll
all
dive
I've been
in.
doing is sleeping. I just want to nap every day right now. I think that is a sign of depression, right?
Whoa.
Well, I'm wanting to sleep a lot.
Tell you what, guys. There's
a lot of depression going on right now.
Whoa. Tell you what, it's going to be a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, tonight.
He means just here on the podcast.
We're going to be in and out.
Just on the podcast.
If you know what I mean.
Just on the podcast.
All right, babe. Hold on. Oh, that's a classic.
I think my vision's getting worse.
All
right.
Hey, Mark, what am I, chopped liver? I think I don't see that.
I don't see that at all.
Whoa, Christy Kincaid Norris says she'll take a quickie. You take a quickie, I will provide a quickie. That's what I will do.
Alan has to rearrange everything because I've taken over his office because I do my radio morning show out of here.
That's okay.
And
just as long as there aren't boogers.
It's the best.
As long as there aren't boogers on my keyboard.
I don't do boogers.
Look how I'm just dominating the frame.
That's fine. You're my man.
I've assumed a position of
I'm
dominance.
submissive. It's fine.
Remember that one time me and George were somewhere and I put my arm around him like this? He got real mad.
He said it was a dominant position.
He said I was assuming a dominant position.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was in Florida when we used to be able to travel.
I got the giggles now.
I don't know why. You're the one that's been like, let's just do this and get it over with. And now you've got the giggles and want to hang out.
We have to. Oh, Jacob said the audio is not matching the video.
Is that everybody? Everybody's noticing that? Or is that just on his end?
Yeah, you guys tell us if it's still doing that. If it is, I will
reboot it.
It's matching now? Okay. Must have had a lag in the Wi-Fi.
I don't know.
Guys, I've had about 10 of these things today.
That's not good for your kidneys. Are you drinking water?
Excuse me.
I used to drink nothing but Diet Pepsi, literally, and my back started hurting. It was my kidneys. I wasn't flushing them with enough water. Are you ready?
Yeah, give me a little sound check.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Hugh Jardin, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Hugh Jardin, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Hugh Jardin. Hugh Jardin.
He's French. All right. Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Quarantine. Day, 20? Is today day 20 for our quarantine?
I have no idea.
Something
what day
like
it is.
that.
No idea.
I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans. This is my husband, Alan Evans.
Hello, Alan. Hey, Trey, in the quarantine house.
And even though we are in quarantine and some of us are handling it better than others, we're here. We're going to keep doing the podcast as we got a podcast family, and family sticks together. Good times, bad, quarantine or not.
Now I am starting to realize why jails and prisons are such a punishment.
Why?
Because you're in isolation, no outside contact. But I mean, we're fed very well here.
Oh Lord.
We're fed very well.
Very well, yeah.
We're fed very well. We can get on the internet. We have TV. Of course, there's some jails that have all that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. There are people were, Instagramming and stuff from jail. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Where have you seen that?
There was somebody on the news. He was wanting people to know that his cellmate was dying of COVID, and it was how bad it was in the situation. And he sent out like a picture on Instagram or something. I don't have this story in front of me right now. But people smuggle in, phones and stuff so they can communicate, I guess.
How do they smuggle them in?
I don't know, honey. I'm not really privy to that. But, yeah.
You're supposed to say.
Plus, I watched Orange is the New Black for a little bit until I couldn't anymore.
You're supposed to say they hide them in their anus.
Well, maybe. There's probably other ways as well. But I remember there was a cell phone smuggled in there.
Uh-huh.
When I watched Orange is the New Black for a minute.
Well, I'll tell you what, babe. This is going to be the podcast of we have some good news. We got some bad news.
Now, see, there's a psychology to this. I think you're supposed to deliver good news first, followed by bad news. I think that's how the psychology of that works. Because you always ask the person, what do you want first? Good news or bad news? And it's up to them to choose. But we can't get that instant feedback. So I think what the psychologists say is good news first, followed by bad.
So you'd rather give somebody a warm fuzzy than give them a cold prickly?
I think that's what they said.
I thought you're supposed to give them the cold prickly and then make them feel better with the warm fuzzy.
All right, well, do whatever you want.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I might be remembering incorrectly.
Are you having a false memory?
I have a lot of false memories.
Oh.
I have a lot of lost memories.
Daily.
And false memories.
How much have you slept today? Tell everybody about your sleeping.
Today, I don't think I slept as long as I did yesterday. Yesterday, I took a very long nap. I think I took a 3-hour nap yesterday.
I was about to hold a damn mirror under your nose, make sure you were okay.
Today, I went back and took another nap. I get to the point where I feel almost drunk. I cannot hold my eyes open, and I have to go lie down. And it's not like I'm overexerting myself. I get up every morning and do the radio show, but I'm getting to sleep in a little bit as opposed to having to drive across town like I used to, So I get to sleep in maybe another 30, 45 minutes every day, which has been nice. But yeah, by the time I get off the radio, I think because I'm not as active, it's making me more lethargic, maybe. And plus, probably I have a little undercurrent of a little bit of depression going on.
I'm telling you what, babe, I know you think it's weird that I've been drawing so much, but I got to stay busy. I've got to stay busy. If I just sit there and don't do anything, I'll go nuts.
I get it.
I have to do something.
I've been trying to do, little things around the house. I tried to, get the urine smell out of the carpet today. That was one of my projects. Washing the dog, shaving his butt. That was another project.
I built a bed today.
Alan built a bed. I wanted to do that with you. That's one of the few things I had on my list to do. Well, you did it without me.
You were sleeping.
No, you did it.
I got the
while I was on the air, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't sleeping.
Really?
Yeah, it was done before when I got off the air.
Oh, you were on the National Syndicated Credit?
Yeah, you were. When I got off the radio this morning, you had already put together the bed and you were getting the magic marker off the coffee table.
Hey, what was that? I was listening kind of while I was making you breakfast. What was that letter you said some lady, it was the most wheels off thing you'd ever heard and she had to DM you or something? What happened?
Well, I asked her to. I do love letters to Kelly on the Kid Craddock Morning Show. And also now it's a podcast that I do once a week. Alan. So anyway, this was on the radio show, not on the podcast. But this morning, a woman wrote, and she said, I'm with my husband. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember.
Just the high level.
It's the high level of it.
30,000 foot view.
But so I don't have all the specifics. But she always had a bad relationship with her mother-in-law, who's actually her husband's stepmom.
Okay.
So it wasn't his biological mother, but it was his. This woman married his father when he was a young man. And she said we've been having terrible marriage problems because his family, she, especially the mom, treats me like dirt, the stepmom. And it was causing so many problems. So we went to marriage counseling, trying my one last ditch effort to save the marriage. And it came out in counseling that when he was 15, his stepmother seduced him. And they had an ongoing affair that lasted for about 10 years. And even while he was seeing this woman that wrote me, his wife, he said, the only reason I stopped sleeping with her is because I married you. And so that's why the stepmom was being so rude to her, because she stole her boyfriend, which was her stepson.
Oofa.
So she was basically asking me, what to do. And there were so many facets to that, because she committed a crime. That woman committed a crime with a 15-year-old boy. That is illegal. And that's a crime that, and the father, her father-in-law, doesn't know about it. So it's like, you're going to destroy 2 marriages now, but the woman deserves to be held accountable for committing a crime against a 15-year-old boy. And people, we had that discussion. A lot of people are like, well, 15-year-old boys, you know how they are. It's like, no, wait, you make that a 15-year-old girl and see if you feel the same way. It shouldn't matter.
No wonder you said that.
It was really hard.
That you were disturbed.
I was so disturbed. I didn't know how to answer this question. I said, if you want to save, she said, my husband now wants to save the marriage, but, I don't know how to move forward with this. And I said, I think the only way, you stay in counseling, number one, but you're going to have to confront this woman and say, look, at first I said, you've got 24 hours to tell dad what's happened, or we're going to do it. And I was like, no, maybe that's not the right idea, because she can always twist it and make her seem like the victim. It was just that's a complicated, what is the right answer? What is the best thing to do? I was really,
that's tough.
It was
I could tell something was different about it.
I could not
I didn't catch it.
And
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, normally when it's in a fair situation, I usually say, keep out of it, keep your mouth shut, because, honey, you're making the whole thing shake. Keep out of it, keep your mouth shut, because
Sorry, I get excited sometimes.
I know. It's not your story to tell or whatever. And if somebody, about destroying marriages, I'm getting confused here right now, because I'm obviously sleep deprived. But yeah, this is a criminal activity as well. It was hard. That was a hard one.
Yeah, I wouldn't provide.
And she didn't give me their phone number. She said, I don't want you calling me to talk about it. She goes, I can't even bring myself to talk about it. I'm in tears, writing this.
As one of your closest advisors, I would advise you don't give any public advice on that one.
Well, I just did.
Because that includes illegal activity.
I just did.
Well, no, you didn't.
I said, but, it's, she has to be held accountable for that, right? Even though it's been 10 years or whatever or more.
Yeah. Just your opinions, of course.
It's my opinions. That's what, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a legal professional.
Yeah.
But right is right. I know there's a lot of gray area in certain situations, but sexual assault of a minor,
there's no gray area on that. There's no gray
one.
area on that. So that's what I'm saying. There's no gray area on
It's
that.
just a tough situation.
All right, babe. Well, let's hit him with the bad news first.
Well, you start. But what could be worse than that love letter to Kelly?
And in the grand scheme of things, a lot worse is going on in this world right now. But we are unfortunately going to have to cancel the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast family vacation. And I know this doesn't affect a tremendous amount of people, right, but it does affect a few of our listeners.
Right.
And a lot of people had already sent in deposits and had planned to go on the vacation. Kelly and I have gone back and forth, and we really, really want to go. I really want to go on vacation.
Everybody wants to go.
I really want things to be normal.
But by July, even if they do lift the quarantine and everything, is it really wise to go full force back into,
right,
just forget the past few months happened. Let's just plow ahead. And I don't think it's that simple. I think the smart moral thing to do is just kind of take it easy this summer.
Yeah.
Even when the quarantine is lifted, let's still kind of take it easy, ease back into, these big grand group vacations and things like that. Because the worst thing would be have everybody finally think, oh, good, we're done, and then have a relapse, right?
Yeah, and like I said, in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot worse stuff going on. But we just wanted to tell everybody that if you were thinking about maybe, hey, are they still going to do it? Or, maybe things will be better by July. like Kelly said, even if they lifted, say hypothetically at the end of April or even at the mid-May, they lift social distancing and quarantine guidelines. Even if they lift those, I couldn't live with myself.
It just doesn't.
If
feel
all of
good.
us went on vacation and somebody got sick.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
That just is. That would be the worst thing ever. So
if you book through Judy, it's okay. You can get your money back. The deposit's refundable.
Yeah.
So she's going to be in contact with everyone if she hasn't, because we just told her today. So by the time you're getting this podcast, she might not have had a chance to reach out to everyone. But we're really sorry about it. But I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, and it's what's best for the health and the safety of the people who were wanting to go.
Yeah.
And we're really sorry. We're going
to do it next in 2021.
We'll do it again.
It's going to be our year, 2021. So that's the plan. So we're really sorry about that. But, we were excited because we had so many new faces that were going to be going, and it was going to be a fun trip. But
Judy is going to, I sent her a letter today, and she's going to reach out to everybody who was in contact with her. So she'll get with you and figure out what to do from here. But we're sorry. Sucks. But, we held on quite a while. There have been a lot of other events that were canceled
way early
immediately.
And we all thought, well, that's
we thought, this is.
That was a little premature.
Well, like the NBA in the Dallas Auto Show that I go to every year. That's in early March, and that got canceled
way early.
Immediately.
But you know what? They were, in hindsight, they were wiser than all of us.
Yeah.
Because at first we were like, how bad could this be? How bad could this be? And I'll tell you the truth, I feel like I live in this little bubble because, we haven't, in our social circles, we haven't really had anybody that's had it. And then I turned on the news tonight and I see people, and you start seeing the faces and the families that are left behind because they've lost somebody. There's the majority of the people have recovered, but there are still people who are dying from this. And this one woman, she just broke my heart. She was just sobbing. And she said, I've lost the love of my life. And I look out and people are, they're still partying and they're still sneaking around getting haircuts, and they're acting like this isn't a big deal. This is a big deal. And I just like, oh my gosh, that hit me right between the eyes. I needed to hear that. So, so we're going to be a lot more careful, right? And erring on the side of caution. We're going to wait and do the family vacation next year.
Yeah. So that's that. That's the bad news. We're really sorry about that. But the good news is we're still doing a podcast tonight. We've got some cool stuff to talk about. It's going to be an abbreviated version, but we still have some cool stuff to talk about.
What's the good news?
That's the good news? That's the good news.
That was the good news.
Good news is we're doing a podcast.
We were already here doing it. That wasn't good news.
We're in quarantine. What kind of good news can I give?
We're already doing the podcast.
Do you have any good news?
No, but you.
Well, there you go. At least I'm
not teasing.
At least I'm producing some show content here.
I'm not teasing that we have good news.
Let's see. Tuesday was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday was the day I was supposed to go get my haircut. And I think I've mentioned on the podcast before, I have seen the same hairstylist since 1993. She has cut my hair every 3 weeks since 1993. I've known her longer than anyone in Dallas-Fort Worth. Anyone. So this is the first time where her and I said, well, we're just not going to do it. We can't do it, Mm-hmm. So now I'm thinking, well, what should I do? Should I just grow out a little mini afro, or should I
want you to let it grow.
Have Kelly cut it?
Well, I'm willing to cut it, but you said our marriage is at stake if I do.
So and divorce.
That'll do it?
Yes.
You're saying everything I've put up with from you.
Whoa.
But me giving you a bad haircut would be the
but you would give me the Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber cut.
It would be on purpose. I would really try to give you a good haircut.
I know you would. You would have the very best intentions, but the result would be poor.
And it would be divorce.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I put out this podcast is going to be all about survey results on Instagram. So I put out a survey.
Oh, by the way, Alan's all mad at me. He's like, you never look at my Instagram.
Yeah, she never looks at my stuff.
I just haven't really been on a lot.
I tag her and everything, but she never looks at it. So I said, should I grow my hair out or should Kelly cut my hair? Kind of down the middle.
I vote grow it out.
55%, and then about 1,000 people. 55% said grow it. 45% said mow it.
We'll see how much longer this quarantine lasts and how much longer you can put up with it.
One of our listeners, or one of our very best customers, Hannah Herb, she gave her husband a haircut today, and she sent me a picture. She had never cut hair before, watched a 5-minute YouTube video,
That's it.
gave him the Barrio fade, and he looked good. He looked good. But he has a nice shaped head. Like it goes up. Mine goes like up. Mine's like an egg. Like if you shave my head on the side, it would, at the top, it looks like an egg. It's not like nice.
I don't know about that, but I mean, I think you need a haircut right now. It's not long enough to need one. But when you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm afraid if you gave me the Barrio fade, I would have the biggest Humpty Dumpty looking head.
Well, I would just take the clippers to the sides and the back, and I would use
What number?
shears. I would watch a video. 2?
You gonna use those?
I know there's 1 and 2 and 3. I don't even know what those mean.
Nice.
But I'll watch a video.
Are you gonna use those clippers you used to shave Larry's
Man,
ass?
I had to shave Larry's butt. I did, because he's got allergies. He's constantly chewing and licking. I use hot spot spray. I give him Benadryl. I just gave him another anti-itching bath tonight. It has severe allergies, and that licking noise is driving me nuts. So anyway, yeah, I shaved his butt.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should do, and our live studio audience is producing on the fly. We should do an Instagram live of you cutting my hair.
Well, yeah.
That'd be a
great
great
A lot of people have been doing it.
That'd be a great.
Well, you let me watch a video and I'll do it. You have to have the right clippers, though. You don't want me to use the dog butt clippers.
Well, no. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
I have a set of clippers I used to shave my
Everybody knows what you're going to say, balls.
I
Without saying
wasn't
balls.
going to say that.
Yeah, you
got to
were.
change your voice when you
I
say
said
that.
balls. You can say balls. It's fine.
You can say huevos.
All right.
In my case, huevos grande.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, dear. Yes.
Come on. Don't lay out on me.
Si, senor.
Okay, let's do a letter and then we'll
Is that the only poll you have?
No, I have more, but you want to do this poll and then do the letter, or do the letter
whatever
and
you
then
want.
the poll?
This is whatever you want.
We'll do the poll.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were doing.
Okay, so last podcast, and I know everyone listened, last podcast, we were trying to get to know each other and our quarantine habits. So I asked a bunch of questions to you about what are things that you've done in quarantine.
Right.
I.e., have you been shopping Amazon more than normal?
Yes.
Have you had more screen time? Have you forgot what day it is? So I put these same questions out for my followers, which I guess a lot of them are listeners. Some of them are listeners. And I got the results.
Oh.
So let's go through the results and see what the general public thinks. Not just you and me, but the general public. Have you shopped Amazon more than usual?
Oh, everybody said yes, I'm sure.
Only 36% said yes.
Really?
64% said no.
Okay.
Hadn't shopped Amazon more than usual. So I'm thinking maybe that's, everybody's watching the pocketbook.
Yeah.
Possibly,
yeah.
Okay. Have you had more screen time? Both you and I both answered no. We had not had more
And
screen
everybody
time.
else is up, right?
Landslide. 84% said yes.
Yeah.
So people are on their phones more.
Yeah.
16% said no. Have you forgot what day it is? You and I both answered yes. 75 people are with us. 75% said yes. 25% said no. Have you sung out the window? Neither one of us had done that.
No.
Not a lot of people are doing that.
No.
Only 8% of people have sung out the window.
I wonder if they went viral of those 8%.
I wonder what song they sang.
Lean on Me or Don't Stop Believing.
Or Imagine.
That'd be a slow jam.
Or I Will Survive.
Ugh.
Have you worn a mask in public? You or I have not worn a mask in public. Only 38% of people have worn a mask in public.
Yeah.
Okay. You with me?
I'm keeping up with you, honey. Do I look like I'm falling asleep?
Yeah. Have you, as our listeners do right now as well, have you shared a Corona meme?
I bet a lot of people have done that.
You and I both have, as well as 62% of people have shared a Corona meme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so people are trying to have a little sense of
Find
humor.
the humor in it.
Yeah, find some humor in a shitty situation.
Just don't over meme. Then you're annoying.
Don't over meme like me. Have you referred to the coronavirus as Verona?
That's going to be low.
56%, a majority of people have referred to the coronavirus,
Okay.
COVID-19, SARS-821AB or whatever it is, as the Rona.
Here's where this is skewed because these are your followers on Instagram.
What does that mean?
My followers wouldn't do that.
All my followers are your followers.
No, they're different.
No, they're not.
My
they're not.
followers don't call it the Rona.
No, they're not. I didn't have any followers until I met you. All your followers migrated over to me.
So you're giving me credit for your popularity?
Well, yeah, they're the same followers. Have you shared your workout on social media?
Have you worked out on social media?
You and I both answered no and no. I must follow. Well, I do. I follow a lot of people in the health industry, so I see this all the time. Only 10% of people have shared a workout.
Yeah, because the majority of people aren't workout professionals. That's not their job.
Yeah, I follow all the trainers at BMF, and so I see it all day every day. Have you had a happy hour or drinks at home? You and I both have, and we were proud of that. Only 64% of people have done the same.
Really?
A lot of drinkers.
Well, we're still early in this quarantine.
A lot of drinkers. Have you screen grabbed your Zoom meeting and shared it on social media? Have you done? You've done that.
Yeah, I told you I did it like twice.
You are in the minority. Only 16% of people have done that.
Yeah.
Have you shared a post or have you started a post with?
No, a lot of people wouldn't do that because they're not trying to sell stuff.
And if you did do it, you're probably not going to admit it.
Right.
Only 2% said they have done that. I find that hard to believe. I think more people.
Well, I don't think a lot of people that are following you are trying to make money on Instagram.
I don't know. I follow a lot of people who do
that. Well, they're trying to make money on Instagram, right?
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just sharing the data.
Let me tell you, if I say a lot of people have been asking me about this, so I'm sharing it, that means one person asked me.
Same here.
One person asked.
I'll admit that.
I'm like, ooh, let me see if I can make a couple bucks on it.
If I get one person to say, hey, I want to do a cooking video, I'm in there doing a freaking cooking video. Okay, bonus questions. Do you think Dr. Fauci is the sexiest man alive, and should he be People Magazine's sexiest man alive? 34% said Dr. Fauci should be People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
They're just doing it for the joke.
It's like 72.
Well, 72-year-old men can be sexy. A la.
Can they?
Yes.
Name a few.
Okay. Sean Connery.
He's like 90.
Yeah, but when he was 72.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, okay.
There were older men. I have to have my list of 72-year-old men who are sexy, but I would
Clint
tell
Eastwood?
You. Yeah, he's sexy.
He's like 90 now.
And Mick Jagger, even though he's not an attractive man, you don't have to be attractive to be sexy. That's a very big misconception. You can have an allure to you and be super sexy. Mick Jagger, Steven Tyler, not physically attractive, but dang sexy.
The older Steven Tyler gets, the more like a grandma.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit too cuckoo. But I've always said, political party and all that stuff aside, I've always thought Bill Clinton was very sexy.
Oh, well, thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, sometimes I come on the podcast too. And
Steve Martin. I love it. Steve Martin's so sexy.
Okay.
Y'all do a Steve Martin impression?
Well, did you hear Linda Tripp died today?
I did.
Yeah, she did. She outed me. I was having sexual relations with that woman.
No, you were not.
Well, I was. Well, I wasn't. I tried it. I did not like it, and I did not inhale. That's
different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a different scandal. The thing about Linda Tripp, though, is really interesting. She said, I am not defined by, that whole scandal. But every headline you see today is like the whistleblower, Monica Lewinsky's, friend gone bad. That's exactly what she was defined by.
Hey, some of our live studio audience, they're chiming in on this subject about Harrison Ford, Harry Ford.
See?
About Big Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, so he said you can be sexy in 72. Dr. Fauci, sorry, to me, not sexy.
How about Big Willie Nelson?
Not to me. Now, Willie Nelson's not sexy to me.
How about Big Bob Redford?
Oh, Robert Redford, yes.
Have you seen Robert Redford lately, though?
Okay, look at Robert Redford at 72.
Yeah. How about... about chairman of the boards, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, very sexy.
May he rest in peace.
Very lewd. That Sinatra, very lewd.
He was lewd?
Oh.
Was he really?
Honey.
Was he really?
Yes, and he was involved with the mafia and all that stuff.
Frank Sinatra was lewd?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? No.
You need to go read up on some Sinatra.
No,
That was some good reading.
but,
You know, I love reading biographies and stuff. And I was listening to the the Killing Marilyn Monroe podcast, and about how Sinatra got Marilyn all involved with the mafia friends of his, and how he basically just pawned her off to his mafia friends. It was terrible. Terrible.
I think you and I have different definitions on what lewd is, though.
Well, sexually deviant.
Ben Franklin, lewd.
Well, what do you know about Ben?
Lewd.
This is not common knowledge.
Look up Ben Franklin and his travels to France when he was the U.S. ambassador to France.
Okay.
Lewd. Oh, that pales. Whatever Big Frank did pales in comparison.
You haven't read about Frank.
I don't know about that. How about Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott's pretty sexy.
Yeah, I do Sam Elliott. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
All right.
So now we're back to the.
How about Burt Reynolds?
Oh yeah, he was so hot. And he didn't, towards the end when they're trying to hold on to that youth, they look kind of, sometimes you just got to age gracefully,
That you. Oh, okay. So we were talking Dr. Fauci. Can you these are bonus questions. Can you identify Dr. Birx by sight?
Yes.
You and I can, because we're pretty tied in.
Yeah.
We watch a lot of the press conferences.
Yeah, it's on 24/7 here almost.
Only 23% of people could identify Dr. Birx by sight.
Really?
She is, for those of you who don't know, her and Dr. Fauci are the two grand Dr. Poobahs that are advising the president and everybody else on this thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I looked her up. She was an Army colonel.
How about that?
You just looking at her, she's so, I don't know, just, what's the right word? She's so put together. Not that Army colonels aren't put together.
She just doesn't seem very militaristic.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. She
doesn't seem very regimented.
Yeah, she's got the Hermes scarves. She's
very into scarves.
Oh.
If you see her without a scarf, that's going to be like, you can't make a drinking game out of her wearing scarves. You would be dead of alcohol poisoning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She does have that one outfit that it's kind of American airline-ish.
Yes. She's
totally navy with the red scarf. And I'm like,
I said that, yeah.
I'll have a ginger ale.
Right.
Okay, and the last bonus question, and I didn't ask you this in the last podcast, but
a new one.
I asked my audience, just keep fighting through it, babe. I asked my audience.
I'm not fighting, I'm enjoying.
Is Alan Evans sexier than Dr. Fauci?
Did you really ask that?
Well, you wouldn't know because you don't look at my social media, but what do you think the results were?
Well, I'm going to guess yes.
A landslide. 79%.
Oh, see, I'd be insulted.
Well, I am. I want to know who the a-hole 21% were.
That's right. I'd be insulted.
Who thinks Dr. Fauci is sexier than Alan Evans?
21%.
21%. And I can go in there and see.
Maybe they don't think your ego is sexy.
I can go in there and see who you are. I'm going to go in there and see who they are.
The fact that you even put that up as a question was a turn off for a lot of people.
I was doing a bit.
Oh, it was a bit. And yet you're still offended that you're not as sexy as Dr. Fauci.
Hey, Dr. Fauci, he's got to go on. He's gonna make it all right. All right, babe. You want to do a letter here and we'll bring it home for Jerome?
Yes.
Okay. This one is from Leah in San Antonio. She says, "Hi, Kelly and Alan."
Hi.
It's a letter, by the way. I hope my letter is addressed, even not if I'm the podcast. Oh, maybe you've done this one. Because she probably sent it into the nationally syndicated Geek Credit Morning Show.
Did you pick it up off the desk? Or did you print it?
I printed this.
Okay, then. Because I was going to say...
It says, "Please read and help me." How could I not address this?
No, I'm saying if you were asking if I already addressed it, I was asking if I printed it out. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. I just need some advice and guidance, and I don't know who to turn to. I feel defeated and depressed. Okay. And this is about the coronavirus, so I hope my letter is seen soon.
Yeah. I'm feeling you already.
My fiance, together for 6+ years, engaged almost 3, stepfather to my 11-year-old daughter, will not adhere to the social distancing rules implemented throughout the world. We live in San Antonio. He even has to go to work and works in the auto repair industry. That part can be understanding of, but the other non-essential duties I cannot. He continues to travel to AutoZone almost daily.
Yeah, I answered this on the Kid Craddock show.
You did?
She must have written both.
Okay.
That's fine. We can answer it here too.
Okay.
I think they edited it more for the radio. Including more detail.
He goes to gas stations for random drinks because he's thirsty, even though we have plenty of drinks at home. He goes to HEB for non-essentials when I'm constantly doing curbside orders. It got to the point where the stress and anxiety around his lack of social distancing was causing me. It led me to come to my dad's vacant house about 15 miles away from my daughter, or with my daughter. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your letter. I'm trying to edit it on the fly here. Now he's mad at me, and my daughter misses our normal life, her stepdad, and our 4 pets. I've tried to keep her calm and help her to understand why we had to come to Grandpa's, but it's been such a struggle. I don't know how to cope and get him to understand how serious the situation is. He says even if he gets the virus, he'll be fine, and he'll just take medicine. Please help. What do you suggest I do? We want to be back home, but I can't stand the thought of putting myself and my daughter at risk, and all for my fiance's lack of concern. I am so sorry. I've had too many Cokes today. I would feel like a terrible mother, but I'm also afraid of losing him beyond repair because he does not understand my point of view, and he says he can't believe I, quote, took it this far. Please help, guys. I've prayed and prayed and cried, and my tears, unfortunately, are affecting my daughter, and it's just another added stress that I'm causing. Love, lonely Leah in San Antonio.
Yeah, I answered this morning. You know, after watching the news tonight and seeing if he can sit there and watch the news and see these people that are just devastated because he hasn't seen, that's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't seen that kind of devastation in our circle, our personal circle, where people have died and people are, you know, getting tremendously sick. That doesn't mean it's not happening. So when you turn on the news and you see people who are just sobbing and hysterical saying, it's just so frustrating to me. I just lost my husband. I've lost my love of my life, and people are running around acting like this isn't a big deal. She said, my husband died probably because you went and had to have your hair cut, you know, because you don't know exactly who's spreading it and where. And the fact that he is willing to let you leave and move 15 miles away, that he's so stubborn and obstinate that he's going to plant his flag on that hill. You know what I'm saying? That's just a disrespect for your feelings, for your daughter's feelings, for your health. He's supposed to be the leader of your family right now and your family unit and the protector and the provider, and he is snubbing his nose at it. I think that's a bad sign of where this relationship stands.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with Kelly on that. I mean, he's got to take it more seriously.
If he's willing to let you move out,
yeah,
because he's not going to cry uncle.
I would stay put if I were you. I mean, really. I would. It's not worth it. Stay put until this thing blows over.
It's a shame.
And that's a shame. But if he's not taking it seriously and he's out doing whatever with whoever, you don't know who he's around. And I mean, it's just, you can't be, I hate to say it because I'm internally, I'm not naturally like this, but you cannot be too careful and too paranoid right now.
It's not just for because I really have a great, my health is really great. I really rarely get sick. And I just feel like in my spirit, you know, how do I know? I don't feel like I'm going to get it. But I also feel like every time I played Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes, I was going to win. You know, you have those feelings, and when are you right and when are you wrong, you know? But on this one, it's so selfish. I get we want to do what we want to do, and I'm kind of depressed sitting here at the house, and I want to go walk around Home Goods. I want to go walk around Home Goods, Al, and I want to go have lunch with my girlfriends. And I want to do these things. This is a sacrifice that we're having to make for the greater good of everybody right now, even if it feels like this is pointless. Is it really making that much of a difference if I just sit, you know, if I don't go, you know, to meet my girlfriend and just hang out in her, yeah, you are making a difference. You are.
And it's because we're all in this, we're trying to all be in this together.
Right. I think it's because it's not tangible. You sitting home every day, you can't say, because I sat home today, 3 people didn't get infected because of my decision. There's not that tangible quality to put on sitting home, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that he's totally disrespecting your feelings and your daughter's, your health. And I think this is bringing out sides of people that we never expected to see.
Yeah.
This whole experience.
I look at it the opposite way that your husband looks at it. He's like,
fiance, not even husband.
Fiance. Well, if I get it, I guess. I was telling Kelly the other day, I said, the worst thing that could happen would be if one of us got sick, because then all of us would be sick. And
possibly.
That's my worst nightmare. Like,
and the fact that you brought it to the house.
I'm not worried about me per se as much as I'd be worried about like the family and the children.
Right.
That's who he should be worried about. And the fact that he's just out there
cavalier,
even if you don't think you're going to get it, and I don't think I will, and I pray to God I don't, knock on wood, I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to do. But
people who are normally healthy have died from it.
Right. But still, you can't be too careful. And he should be concerned about you and your daughter.
He's not willing to give up getting a Coke at the gas station to save your relationship.
Yeah.
That shows you how much his pride is out of control and his ego is out of control. And like I said, this is, in times of crisis, in times of when it's inconvenient, this is when people are showing their character. And for some people, it's going to be real eye-opening. Some relationships probably aren't going to make it through this. Some might become stronger. Some might just be like, it was just another month of our lives, whatever, How do you feel like it's affected our relationship, honestly?
I don't think it's, just being as honest as I can, I don't think it's affected our relationship. I think
weird fights.
Well, I think we both miss just doing everyday things.
We date a lot.
Yeah.
Alan and I date each other a lot. We go out to eat. We date.
It sounds like a small thing, but we're normal people that like to go out and do things.
Yeah.
And we like having fun together, going out to eat, having fun, going to Home Goods, going to Ross.
Going to happy hour. We have happy hour at home.
Yeah. And we've tried to do things so we can stay at home and do them. But naturally, being people that like to get out and do things together, it's affected us that way. But relationship-wise, I don't feel like we're on the down or anything.
How would you? I mean, I know we had the issue over us gathering in the cul-de-sac and separating and all that. But if I was so blatantly like this guy, going out, stopping, and just total disregard for the rules of self-isolation and quarantine, how would you respond to that? As my husband,
I'd be pretty upset about it. I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really would.
Yeah.
I would. And I would expect you to be the same if I did that.
Would you leave?
I don't know what I would do, babe. it would make me nervous.
Yeah.
It would make me nervous more than anything because we got kids coming in and out of here, and that would make me really nervous.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah. And I hate to be like that because I'm not naturally a nervous Nelly. I'm not. That's not my personality, but this whole thing, it's making a lot of people nervous.
Yeah.
So
our answer for Leia in San Antonio?
Stay put.
Yeah.
It's sad, but you got to stay put.
And evaluate the status of this man that you've been engaged to for 3 years.
Yeah. That's a bummer. That is a bummer.
And I'm sorry because I know your daughter looks at him as a father figure too, but this might be the realization that this isn't the man that I thought he was. This isn't my protector, and he's not putting my needs and for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. But you're also he's supposed to be protecting you right now. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So anyway, on that note.
All right, babe. Well, I tried to include some funny stuff, but we're in quarantine. It's
you get what you get.
Well,
it's all right. I'm going to probably just go to bed now and try to get a good night's sleep and see if I wake up with a new sunny disposition tomorrow.
I might go crank out a few more drawings.
What are you working on now? What series now?
Stare at the ceiling, watch the ceiling fan go around, maybe watch the news.
Yeah.
Going to bed?
You mind?
No, I don't mind.
You gonna sit up without me and do all that stuff?
Probably.
But I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. I love you desperately. I love our listeners desperately. I don't like this coronavirus. I hate the coronavirus desperately.
Yeah, it's pretty sucky.
But we're going to get through this, and we're going to podcast again and again and again. And you know what? Next summer, we're going on vacation.
2021 is going to be our year.
2021 is our year. All right, babe. Well, we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.
Bye. What's the title for that one?
A sandwich and some bummer. A sandwich and some bad news. That's clickbait. A sandwich and some bad news. Yeah, that is clickbait. Not that I'm trying to do clickbait, but you know, the first thing people are going to think, oh my God, which one of them got the coronavirus?
Good night. Don't jinx next year already. Discussing older hot guys was fun for her. Good. A lot of people are like that. There's so many that are not understanding and quarantine so strictly. Numbers of positive tests between South Carolina and Georgia. Huge difference over a river. No, I need to go look that up. What was the difference? Was it more positive tests in Georgia or South Carolina? We're going to just do the vacation next year. We have to go on my vacation schedule with the radio station, and my vacation's always in July. So we're just going to move it to the following July. Thank you, Christy. Terry, I'm sorry, honey. Are you doing a lot of FaceTiming and trying to be social with she's alone, social in isolation?
Oh, she's by herself?
Yeah. Over 7,000 more in Georgia. Well, they probably have more. Is it the entire state? Because, you know, Atlanta being more consolidated. What do I have against the Rona? Just calling it the Rona? I don't know. It's just not my thing. Happy Easter, Lori. I'm sorry. Okay, let me type this while you're back to talk.
I am growing a mustache. I've decided I'm not going to shave my mustache in the month of April.
Okay. Just don't chew it and twirl it. That's the only thing. When
Pretty
you start
soon
chewing it and twirling it, that's what I don't like.
Do the bit. Oh, okay, guys. Safe beauty, you just grow it out as big as I can, huh? That'd be a funny bit if it did. What if I grew my hair long? Wouldn't that be weird?
Just let it go.
You know, the longer it gets, though, the thinner it looks. That's not good. That's not a good look. On the ticket.
It's a good look, honey. Do whatever you want.
All right, guys. Your power's out. Michael said his power's out, and Bethany said her power's out.
Do they all live in the same area?
I don't think so. Michael, are you no, Michael's in Las Colinas. And Bethany, I don't think she's in Las Colinas. I don't know where for sure, but I don't think she's in Las Colinas. What's going on? George Strait, another good one. Tom Selleck.
Is he 72?
Speaking of good mustaches, James Gandolfini. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us.
I don't think he made it to 72, did he?
I don't think so. Sam Elliott. Michael, did you really color your hair blue? What?
That's you drinking. You did it on purpose.
Don't forget to smash the like button. Aren't we supposed to say that? Smash the like button.
Why is that funny?
I don't know why it's funny. It just is funny to me. Because look, you got this a-hole up here. Look at this guy. And look at you.
My fat face. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
No. All right, guys. Well, I got to upload podcast to stop talking using my dongle.
Is that really called a dongle?
Yeah. Sure is. But some people call it an adapter. I prefer to call it a dongle.
Is it really a dongle?
Yeah. It's called a dongle. This is a dongle. All right, guys. Have a good night. We're done pretty early tonight.
Goodbye, y'all.
J-Bove 1962 said lewd. Dongle is not lewd. It sounds kind of lewd. One time we did a bit on words that sound lewd, but they're not. And I think dongle was one of them.
Possibly.
Yeah. All right, guys. Love you guys. Talk to you later.